think the meaning of wellness can be a little inaccurate with a lot of people. It isn't working out every day, not eating this or that, or having a thorough skincare routine, but more the feeling you get from doing said activities and more, which can be different for everyone. For one person, waking up at 6 and running 5 miles is their version of wellness. Or for someone else, it may be waking up at 9 and running for a solid 5 minutes without stopping. While for another, running may not even be their cup of tea, and instead they go on a walk whenever they have the time that day. Welcome to Nuanced, overanalyzing in a mindful and meaningful way, where I go in a little too deep and analyze how different ideas and beliefs can affect us. This is episode 1 and diving into what wellness is and means, specifically for you, what we can learn from it, and my own experiences. Now, I'm 17 years old. I know you're like, you don't know anything about wellness. Well, my friend, to that I say, no. Just because I'm 17 doesn't completely invalidate the fact that I don't know anything about wellness. Anyways, now I know there are some general terms of wellness that majority of people can agree on, like moving your body, less screen time, practicing self-love, eating healthy, having a positive mindset, empathizing with other people, probably meditation, reading, and journaling. Now, there's a reason behind why people say this. I know sometimes it feels like people are just saying things to just say things and other things like that, but there is a genuine scientific reason why, and I'm going to tell you those reasons and how all these things that I said kind of changed my life. And I know you're like, you're 17. You haven't even lived long enough to feel these. There's no minimum age limit in order to build wellness, baby. And I feel like I did all these things because I genuinely wanted to feel better and more positive. I think that's where it started from, and just wanting to be a healthy version of myself. That honestly maybe did start with how other people thought of me, which shouldn't be the primary reason of you doing anything, honestly. Anything you say, any decision you make shouldn't be majority based off of other people and what they think. Obviously, we know this.
But this is about cultivating love and kindness in our own mind. And in that process,
I woke up to the best information, BTS pre-sale tickets, literally right at 7:30. Right at 7:30, I got the notification and I signed up. But sometimes it can be low-key really hard to maybe decide things for yourself. And I think that first goes down to what is missing, to what you genuinely think will make you feel better. And sometimes when you're in a lazy mood, you're just like, you know what? Sitting in my bed is the best thing that would happen for me right now. Okay, maybe for like 20 to 30 minutes, but even if I'm not feeling better, maybe I should do something else. It's kind of like reading your everyday life and understanding your emotions. Guys, being emotionally aware, it'll change your life. Like, it will literally change your freaking life. I think I might do a whole other video on that, but that's not the focus of today. I think I'm going to first start having a positive mindset. Oh my goodness. I feel like this starts from confidence and security and trust within yourself. When you feel confident in your abilities, maybe how you look, how you present yourself, that speaks in other ways, and energy is so contagious, other people will read it. And if insecurity and judgment stem from a lack of confidence, I genuinely believe that, because when I felt my most confident, my most smartest, my most prettiest self, I did not compare myself with anyone else. I immediately would empathize with someone if maybe they did something kind of wild or I wouldn't have done the same. I would immediately do that because I didn't have to compare myself. I already had that strong foundation of confidence and trust and happiness and optimism within myself that I didn't need to compare myself to anyone else. I feel like I'm still kind of there. I'm kind of 2 steps back because I'm not gonna lie. My skin, and just when I look in the mirror, I feel like it was genuinely winter. Winter is the thing that like fudged my confidence a lot, but not rock bottom, not like the way it used to be. I used to overthink and care about what everyone else thought of me because I was just really freaking insecure. Once again, I think removing things that make you overanalyze, that make you think less of yourself. Maybe that's unfollowing people, not watching certain shows, or maybe, I don't know, not feeding your brain certain content or ideas, or maybe even around certain people. That would definitely help. before that, telling yourself that these emotions and feelings are very, very normal. Let yourself feel what you're feeling. Starting off with just surrounding yourself and feeding your brain the things that you love, the things that make you not care about what other people think of you. And I'm telling you now, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight or in a day or in a week. It may not even happen in a month. It all happens with consistency. Habits and wellness all happen through consistency. Now, the next one that everyone loves to say, but it's so true, is moving your body. Running, working out, going on a walk after school or after work, doing an at-home workout, just stretching your body. Dopamine and serotonin, those happy neurotransmitters, are naturally released in your body when you move your body. And exercise in general builds discipline. Like, it naturally builds discipline and self-trust and confidence. It's like, oh my God, yeah, I just like ran a mile, or I ran this much without stopping. It is 8:08 right now and I still have a lot to do. I'm so happy that I still was focused for a good amount. After my first block of studying, I think I studied for 30 minutes. I took a 40-minute break and I finished a section of reading that I had, and I think that took me 10 more minutes. Got dinner, and now it's 8 o'clock. I have one more section of reading for Gov. I've literally been doing Gov this whole day. The whole day was just Gov. But then I have honors anatomy, and I know it's gonna take me an hour, and I want to be in bed by 10. I want to be in bed by 10 so that I can wake up at 6 or 6:30 normally, light as a feather. Routine is something that I've been trying to implement a lot, but I've been waking up late. I woke up late today. I woke up late yesterday. I woke up a little late on the weekend. I woke up at 9:30 when I wanted to wake up at 6. And I have some more things. And I had to do I wanted to do my film study. Ugh. I've been running since the beginning of 2025, and I still can't run a mile without stopping. I can't even run 0.6 miles without stopping. I love my running content creators, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I'm like, how the hell do you run 5 miles? That's how weak I am right now. I'm gonna get stronger. Okay, there have been periods where I have not run. I've not even gone on a walk or something, but I'm still practicing, bro. I'm giving myself, I'm still practicing. I'm still strengthening the neural pathway in my brain every time I practice. That's how habits are built. The more you do something, the easier it can get. This can be bad, this can be good, right? Obviously with bad habits, maybe doom scrolling, the more you do it, the easier it gets. But the more you run, the more you do healthy things, of course, that you want to implement in your life, the easier they will get. Trust me. Okay, the next one. Less screen time, or even more specific, less social media, less short form content specifically. I deleted Instagram and TikTok July of 2024, and I did not re-download TikTok until August of 2025, and I re-downloaded Instagram July of 2025. In that period, I did go on Instagram a couple of times. I would literally go on Safari because I didn't want the app, and I would put limits and stuff like that, and I would actually follow through because I kept telling myself this was bad, I shouldn't be doing this, it's not worth my time. And honestly, it really isn't. Obviously in moderation, but limited moderation, because this really made me present in my actual real life. I'm gonna sound like I'm 80 years old when I say this. You can see so many people's different lives, and that's honestly amazing. That's really cool that you can see, you can learn, you can research so much more. But I feel like that also comes with maybe you overanalyzing, obviously, naturally, especially when you're introduced to social media at a very young age, which I was, when I think a lot of people are. I really just paid attention, and I built that confidence. I built that trust within myself because I didn't have constant reminders of me comparing myself with other people because of my own lack of confidence. And the content that I was consuming was high quality, meaningful content, long form content, and understanding that everything online is that someone posting about their life is their reality. This is how they exist. That's all. This isn't how I have to exist or how I exist. I think when you're younger, or maybe you have low self-esteem, you picture that you have to be like that for maybe whatever reason. Sometimes it can be relatable or aspirational depending on what it is. But what I'm trying to say is that you build your own reality. So you can build your own, not having to compare yourself or self-analyze other people. I re-downloaded those apps when the source of even comparing yourself to another person or anything like that was completely eliminated. I could finally learn more about myself and pay attention to my reality, my direct reality. Okay, look at maybe the trees outside when you're in the car, or look at the way that all these cars are driving on the freeway. Just paying attention in your real life, it made me so much more creative. It made me so much more happier and so much more optimistic because I wasn't experiencing so many different realities. I was only really experiencing my own. I have tried meditation maybe 8, 9, 10 times. So hard, so freaking difficult. It can be really hard to not even have a single thought go through your head. I feel like I can do that for like literally max 5 seconds, maybe 10 on some good days, but I don't meditate regularly. This is something that I personally have not been good or consistent at, but the research is there. It's so much more attentive to what is happening directly in front of you. And once again, can just understand your own reality so much better, and you can understand your own perspective and your thoughts and just exist. You can be bored, and being bored, our nervous system is like so uncomfortable with being bored, but it's so necessary sometimes. Like, you need to be bored. You cannot have constant stimulation, and sometimes our own brain feeds that stimulation when it's not external, which isn't necessarily bad all the time, but obviously you just learn to control, and this is definitely something I want to try out more. Every time I've done it, I'm always like, wow, like I'm impressed with myself. Like, I feel so good. The next one is all about balance. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not saying anything to or recommending anything for you, but know your body. Those like whole food type of meals, rather than maybe eating healthy, but also fueling your body. Making sure you're eating enough, which honestly sometimes I struggle with, and sometimes I'm just like not hungry. Healthy eating, healthier foods, and prioritizing what genuinely makes me feel good. Obviously with balance, I don't restrict anything, but I still try to lean to have more healthier foods. Then my mom makes really good banana bread cake. It's literally divine. It's so delicious. It's so good. I really want my mom to make it. I'm thinking about it and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I really want to have that. So once again, it's all about balance, but obviously leaning more towards having a healthier diet because it will fuel your body so much better. Guys, I think I just saw a snake. I think I did. I thought I saw it and then I just immediately stepped. Like, it wasn't in front of me. It was like on the side. Oh my god, that was... Dude, okay, that wasn't as scary as when I was going on a walk one time. There was a snake, like, a foot in front of me. It was very thin though. It was like a thin rope snake. It wasn't like thick or big. This one was kind of big. But I tell you, I genuinely had a panic attack. Like, my heart, I think it was a panic attack. I could not. Oh my god. My heart kept racing, and I was like maybe exactly like 8 minutes away from home. I walked so fast. I was so panicked. This was like last August, June, July. It was probably in the summertime, but like, oh my goodness, that was scary. And it was like smaller, but this one was bigger. I think it was a snake. I don't know exactly, but I didn't want to take any chances. And I didn't know this is a very unflattering angle, but